You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
Oh yeah, what's going on, everybody? So good to see you. Can your neighbors hear me? If not, then they gotta turn up those speakers. Good to see you guys. I'm super excited to be here. Were we here? Yeah, we were here last week, right? It was the week before the week. Okay, yeah. So yeah, dude, always glad to be back at the EXP. I'm Chuck Pineau, my awesome co-host, Wendy Gale. Shout out, Wendy. Hello. I talked over you. Such a good husband. Hey, Ken Bird, how you doing, bud? Everybody who's out there, let us know what's going on. This is Triple T. You know how we do it, and if you don't, no problem. I sit down with some awesome guests, usually a good indie comic buddy of mine. We sit down, we talk about all the cool stuff they're doing, and then we move on to some trivia afterwards. And they usually have a really cool prize for you, which today is no different. And so the winner wins that prize. We'll get into the trivia more right after this.
You make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
What is up, homie? How you doing?
What's up? How's it going, Chuck?
I'm great. Guys, this is my dude, Joel Rodriguez. Love your stuff. Love you so much. So good to have you, man.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
I actually learned about you. I don't know if you knew this or not, but when you first started going, you had these great little videos that you were doing. You were doing these great live videos. I think it was during 2020 and during the break, as I like to call it. And you were doing these great little videos talking about Dust County because it hadn't come out yet. And you were talking about it, and my wife loved those videos, and she was always like, have you checked out this Metal Ninja Studios? And I was like, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. And she was like, oh, you got to, it's great, blah, blah, blah. And I did, and we've been buds ever since.
So really I have to thank Wendy for that.
You did 100%. Yeah, I wouldn't even lie. Yeah.
All right, Wendy, thank you for signing me up for this. I had no idea what you were getting me into.
Right? She threw you out of the airplane without a chute. That's what she did.
Pretty much. She's like, all right, so Joel, all right, bye.
Yeah, good luck. Well, no, and we got to meet at MegaCon. We had such a good time. Myself, your wife. Kiddos weren't around yet. No, do you have one kid or two at this point? Just one.
Yep,
okay.
We got one. Yep. He's a handful all by himself. He's like a little bundle of terror. So,
I mean,
he's a little me, so
yeah, I was gonna say it takes after his dad, no doubt.
Yeah. I know everything that I'm getting, I deserve.
Now, you started as a writer and a creator, creating your own Metal Ninja Studios, which is your publishing wing, and Dust County Chronicles, which is your big tale, your big storyline. Now,
yes, sir.
You did that, but you also, whereas like I wrote and edited, you went, no, I'm going to letter too. And you've done like a lot of lettering and graphic design. You even did a graphic design for a while for Scout Comics and whatnot.
Yeah, so this can be a very long story. I know that we're on a time limit, so we're going to cut it down. Basically, I started as a writer and taught myself how to letter, do graphic design as a way to save money. Didn't end up saving a lot of money because of all the courses and everything that I took, but instead I turned it into a career. So I worked as a freelance letterer and graphic designer for a while, worked my way up through Scout Comics and became the head of design there. Left Scout to go do freelance work, and I've since expanded Metal Ninja Studios into a full-service production studio to where we help creators and publishers take their comics from concept to comic throughout the entire process.
Yeah, you guys have been like, you've got a whole stable, you've got writers, you've got everything. You've been doing awesome work. Dude, I'm super proud of you. Like, that's huge.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of everything that we're doing, and we just recently announced the Metal Ninja Dojo, which is our way of giving back to the community, where we're providing free comic creation education through the form of our blog posts, which are weekly, as well as monthly roundtables with the team, where people can ask professionals questions on how to make comics and how to do things. And then we're going to be doing short video content just to provide education to the community for free, to give back to the community that's given me such a great career.
Dude, that's freaking awesome. If you ever, just throwing this out there, but if you ever want someone on one of those roundtables to offer some extra advice, I would love to pop in and help out any chance I can to give back.
Okay, definitely. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll hit you up on that.
I would, yeah, please do. Yeah, feel free. I would love that. So you've got this amazing thing going on. You've been working your butt off, but at the end, and what I try to remind a lot of creators is, as much as we try to help everybody out and do all that kind of stuff, at the end of the day, you got into this for you and your stuff. It's not necessarily what keeps you here, but you did get in here for that. So why don't we talk just a little bit about Dust County Chronicles?
Just a little bit. All right, sounds good. So the Dust County Chronicles started as a horror anthology series where I take tales that you know and love and throw a horror twist on it. The pitch that everyone knows and loves is, have you ever wondered what it'd be like if Toy Story was a slasher? What about if Peter Pan required a sacrifice to enter Neverland? People hear that, it draws them in, because who wouldn't want to read that, especially if you're a fan of horror? But what really makes Dust County unique is, outside of the first two issues, we transitioned over into the Dust County Chronicles Nightfall, which I describe as the Avengers of Horror meets Cabin in the Woods. So I take characters from all of those short stories in the first two issues and bring them together for this 3-issue miniseries that follows characters from everything. And basically, we take a mother and a sister of missing people in Dust County, send them on a hunt to find their lost loved ones, and it ends up being a fight for survival as they try and make it out of a town where literally everything is trying to kill them.
Dude, I love the idea, because I remember when we first did it, I I have a hard time with anthologies sometimes, because I want to get connected to the story, and I remember you being like, "Don't worry, dude, that's coming," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then, yeah, sure enough, Nightfall came and brought all that together. I was like, "Oh, okay, I see what you're doing now." Like, really badass. So I love that idea that you were able to take these very splintered, very different stories and
Yep.
kind of bring them all together.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it, but man, was it hard to sell. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. That transition from the Dust County Chronicles #2 to Nightfall #1, I had to try and convince people, like, no, trust me, it's all connected. It all makes sense, even though they're separate, and I can't tell you how yet.
And that's the
So,
worst part, right? Where you're like, I can't
yep,
say how, but trust me. And it's that
yep.
trust part that people have a hard time with.
Yeah, so now I'm super excited that we're finally getting the 3rd issue of Nightfall out, because this is the conclusion of that first story arc. So basically, all of the little pieces and all the Easter eggs that I've been laying for the last 5 years are finally coming out.
Dude, that's so freaking cool. Do you, like, moving forward, are you considering doing like more regular Dust Counties with the shorts and then doing something like this again? Or do you want to just continue the main story and keep going with like 3-part series or whatever?
Um, I'm leaving my options open.
Yeah.
The one thing that I loved about writing Dust County is, I actually did an interview recently where they kind of put into words what I hadn't figured out how to put into words. So I credit them with this, but basically, one thing about Dust County is that the actual geographic location of Dust County is the main character, with everything following all of these different short stories, and then Lori and Susan's journey in Nightfall. It's all, they may be the protagonists of those stories, but the actual character that we're following is Dust County itself.
Mm.
And through that conversation, they mentioned that, and I was like, yes, that's exactly what I've been trying to do, but I couldn't put it into words, and I'm supposed to be the writer. But anyway, with uh my inspirations in all of this, one of my biggest inspirations is Stephen King. And like Derry, Maine is the same exact thing, where a lot of his stories happen in Derry, and Derry has its own like essence basically. And that's what I wanted to do with Dust County. So that's a long way of saying, to go back to your question, I wanted to make sure that I could leave it open and revisit Dust County later in whatever format I decide to.
Mm. So do you have, that kind of sounds like, okay, cool, I've done this really great thing and I'm really happy with where it is, and I'm leaving myself open not only to come back to this, but also to possibly sink my teeth into other projects. Do you have other things that you want to do for yourself coming up?
Yeah, there's one project in particular that I've been holding on to behind the scenes because I didn't want to have two of my own creations coming out at the same time.
Yeah.
So now that Dust County is done, I'm going to be moving on to this other series that has a very important emotional storyline for me. So basically, it's the story of a father who gets separated from his child at the beginning of a monster apocalypse, spends his entire life trying to find her, and we meet him when he's cornered by a monster that's been hunting him for decades, and he's on the verge of death, and the entire story is told as his life flashes before his eyes, and we see it from the perspective of a man who thinks he's going to die a failure. So that's something that I've been working on behind the scenes for years, and I've been holding off on it because I want Dust County to finish up before I started putting that out. So we're going to start moving with that next year.
That's freaking cool. I like that a lot. I already. That's, yeah. Wow, dude. I was drawn in by that description. I was just like, okay, keep going. I'm honestly, dude. That description was so good. I already started writing my own thing. Like I already started like doing my own thing in my head where I'm like, well, what if they like? And I don't even want to say it out loud because it might be where you decide to go, or I might give you the idea or whatever. But there's so much stuff in here. I was just like, yeah. So, dude, that's yeah, yeah. And he said that sounds amazing too. Yeah, and guys, you definitely have to check out his stuff. He's got this great, I don't want to say warped mind, but dude, you do have like a really cool kind of take on the stuff that you're doing. So, yeah, absolutely, man. It's freaking amazing. So all you guys definitely have to check out Dust County and everything that Metal Ninja Studios is doing. You, like I said, you even have like, do you have other books in the works through Metal Ninjas right now, or you guys are doing that for other publishers?
So Metal Ninja Studios is actually starting to branch off through our expansions. We're also starting to do Kickstarter publishing for our clients, as a way of continuing the concept to comics pipeline. Basically, if someone signs up for our concept to comics bundle, we're offering Kickstarter publishing through our publishing house, leveraging our experience and our community that we're building to help our creators and our clients get proof of concept that they can then take to they can either keep it with us for crowdfunding, or they can take it to the direct market and use everything that we did for them as proof of concept to say, hey, we have a fan base and a following already. So all of that to say, on top of the stuff that I'm doing for my own stuff, we're also going to be publishing some of our clients' books as well on Kickstarter starting next year.
Dude, that's freaking cool. I love that idea. I think that's a really solid idea. And that's going to be a lot of work. Are you almost like full-time comics now, or?
I've been full-time for a couple years.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. During my time at Scout, I transitioned over to full-time. And then it actually got to the point where Scout was taking up so much time away from my freelance work that my freelance clients were being put on the back burner, which didn't seem right to me since that's how I got to where I was. So I actually stepped away from Scout so I could focus on freelance. I got in with Merck Publishing, who was one of those freelance clients at the time. They started with one book called Miss Meow #1, and I lettered everything that they did, and as their publishing house grew, their demand for me grew as well, and I basically found myself in the same situation where I could either do everything for Merck or I could focus on my freelance stuff, and I didn't want to make that same decision again. So that ended up leading to me expanding Metal Ninja Studios so that now my output isn't limited to just what I can do with my own hands. I've got a team of designers, writers, editors, project managers. Basically, we are fully staffed to do everything that it takes to bring a comic to life. That way I can support my existing clients, bring on and onboard new clients, as well as work with all of the publishers that we work with as well.
Dude, that's freaking, I love that idea. So, of course, guys out there, not only are you checking out a really cool comic by really cool creators, but if down the line you're like, hey, I want to make my own comic, you also have a dude here who could quite possibly help you make that dream a reality. So I love that idea, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Honestly, I don't make many comics anymore, personally, and I kind of like it that way because Dust Metal Ninja Studios basically started as a tax shelter for me to create my dreams. Basically, like Dust County is one of my dream books, so Metal Ninja Studios was a way for me to do that and run all the finances through a business. But what it's grown into over the years is a way for me to help other people achieve their dreams, whether it's my clients' dreams of making their first books, my publishers' dreams of getting a streamlined workflow and hitting timelines and getting everything on market when it's supposed to and producing high quality books, or whether it's my team's dreams of working in comics full time and creating books on higher and higher frequencies and calibers. Like Metal Ninja Studios has become a way for me to help other people achieve their dreams. And honestly, I fucking love it. I don't know if I can swear, but I love it.
I forgot to tell you, that's on me. We shouldn't, but you're good, dude. And I think I get one swear word per episode, so today it's for you. You get that.
Yes, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
And you know how hard it is to give up my F word to other people, so you're welcome.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, brother. Dude.
The EXP is yelling at me, but I appreciate it.
Right? Well, I need some PG-13 rules. You get one swear word. I love it. Dude, it's all on you. That's great. And Eddie said something really cool back here. I really love this. He said, I'm sad to say I haven't heard of them before, but I'm glad I popped in tonight. This stuff is right up my alley. And I feel like this is our job. Like Wendy and I, we really take it seriously that we get to introduce so many of these people to people that we already know are freaking cool and doing awesome stuff. And so, yeah, we love this. And the fact is that Joel is a known property. Like he is someone who we know he puts out really cool stuff that we know that if you guys are into a lot of the horror stuff and stuff like that, you're really going to enjoy it. So we love doing that. And we're glad, Joel, that you could be out here preaching, showing off your awesome work so that people can see that you're putting out some quality stuff.
Thank you. And thanks for having me. It is a blast coming out and talking every single time. We don't talk as much as we used to, but we really need to start.
I mean, dude, every time we talk, it's a reminder, crap, I got to hang out with Joel more because I remember that dinner that we had with your dad and you and your wife, and we had a blast. It was so awesome. Like, I've always had a good time with you. So absolutely, homie. Before we go, I did want to talk about one more thing, and that is one of my best friend in comics, Chris Mad, did a sweet cover. He sent it to me and he's like, hey, do you know this Joel Rodriguez guy? I was like, I do. And he's like, check this out. And I was like, is that him and his wife? And he's like, yeah, this is what they wanted. And I was like, that's freaking awesome. Can you tell them about that crazy Mad cover you've got?
So Chris is one of the few artists. I've only had 2 artists come back and do 2 covers for Dust County. Chris is one of them because I've loved his art for a very long time. Yeah. This current issue, he was doing concepts and he says that's what I wanted, but that was his idea because in one of the earliest panels of this new issue, I actually wrote in that me and my wife were coming out of Dust County or coming out of a store in Dust County and we get killed. So with that, I thought that was just going to be the little thing. And then he's like, hey, this is what I want to do. Is that cool? And I'm like, yes. So basically, Chris drew a cover of me and my wife being murdered on the front cover of my comic by two of my favorite characters in the comic. So it is amazing. I love it.
Right, dude. And see, that's the great thing of hanging out with Matt is that he'll just randomly be like, hey, do you know these guys? And I'm like, yeah. And he'll send me a picture. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're going to freak out. That's so awesome. So, like, I get this, like, behind the scenes look at just awesome stuff. And so when he sent me that, I was like, oh crap, this is going to be such a good book. Like, I love that. It's just demented in, like, the best way. So, yeah, dude. Who else do you have on for covers for this issue?
For this issue, we've got two covers by the series artist Roman Gubsky. He did the main cover as well as the Kickstarter exclusive cover. We also have Francesca Fantini, Chris Mad, and Joseph Schmolke.
Wow, dude, that's a really solid group of cover artists. Damn.
Yeah. And they all turned out like all of the cover, and that's not just because it's my book. I love these artists.
Yeah,
like
that's the piece.
That's me dead. I never thought I'd be happy to see that, but it just looks so good. So good.
I never thought I'd be happy to see you dead either, but you guys look, oh dude, he did such a good job. He really did. And like I said, dude, those three artists, especially like your interior artist, obviously, but the other three artists, they're like quality. I've never seen a bad piece from them. So, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, he blew all of my expectations out of the water with that cover. Like I knew that he was going to do something awesome because he surprised me with the first cover. He knows that I'm a huge Spawn fan. So in the first cover he snuck in a little Spawn action figure in the background. And I'm like, yes, that's awesome. And then this one, he went and just had to one-up it. And I was like, dude, that's why I love working with you.
I know, he's so awesome. And like, if there's something that you guys like share, I love that you guys share. Like, he and I are both into metal, and he went insane on one of our Belial covers. So yeah, dude, it was just like, yeah. Anytime you guys share something, he's just like, oh yeah, okay, cool. I'm gonna do this, and he goes mental, and it's awesome. So yeah, dude, guys, Dust County Chronicles Nightfall issues 1 through 3 is out right now. You guys got to go check it out. Okay, Joel, real quick, you brought some awesome gifts for our players today.
I try.
Yeah, no, you killed it, dude. What do we got going on for everybody?
So first off, I see something in the chat that I would like to respond to.
Go ahead.
Posted a comment saying, we're all going to die. How many of us get to die on a comic cover? You can. Because one thing that we actually have in this campaign is people have the option of getting their own exclusive cover where they get drawn into a cover. They get the original art of that cover. They get 5 copies of a trade dress, Virgin, 2 copies of a medal, and they are the only ones that will own it. We aren't even keeping any as the publisher.
Wow.
So you can. Anyway, back to the awards. How do you
skip from that to that? That's insane, dude. Yeah, like he goes, oh my gosh, that is so badass. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Take a breather after that, dude, because we'll give you some extra time. That's freaking awesome. Like, that is not something you just find on Kickstarter. So, dude, bowing down, that's freaking awesome. Way to go, man.
Thank you. I love dropping surprises like that.
Right?
It was fun. And then you just move on. See, like, it's nothing.
It's just, that's just a thing we do.
It's but basically in all of our campaigns, we've given people the option to get drawn into the next issue. That's why, and we've always had people take us up on it. That's honestly why I got drawn in and my wife got drawn in. I was like, man, we've had all these other people drawn into my book. I want to be drawn in. So then that's how that ended up happening. And then I ended up being on the cover. But we were trying to figure out what we were going to do for this one, because obviously there's no next issue to promise people. Like the next issue could come out 5 years from now. I don't know. It depends on how things go. So I didn't want to have something like that where there was an opening and I needed to figure out how to fill it. Yeah. And then Chris drew that. And then my brain started working. I said, and then let's let people get drawn onto their own covers, so that now retailers aren't the only ones that can have their own exclusive covers. Now a fan can have their own exclusive cover, and then they get the cover and the only copies of it. So it is truly theirs.
That's so great, dude. I love that idea so much. And of course, having a metal cover of a Metal Ninja Studios book, that's pretty awesome too.
Of course. Of course. I mean, that's a given. Like, we got
right?
metal.
You have to. Dude, I'm loving that so much. So, anyways, our prizes today, what we got going on?
So, everyone who plays the game is going to get a digital copy of Dust County Chronicles #1. The winner is going to get signed copies of Nightfall 1 and 2.
And if you guys want 3, well, you know where to get it. It's on Kickstarter right now. And if you guys, do only get the digital, that's all right, man, because they're all up there. You guys can go check it out. We'll be pushing it and talk about it more during the episode, so you guys will all know where to pick it up. Joel, you're freaking awesome. Thank you so much for coming out, homie.
Thanks for having me, Chuck. I always love our conversations. They need to happen a lot more often.
Yes, they definitely do that, dude. Anytime you want to hook up, let me know. I'm down for that. I know, right? That one slipped out. There's some Freudian crap happening here. You know what, man? I think, guys, I'm going to bolt. We're going to be right back with some trivia. Joel, thank you so much. We will see you guys right after this.
Why was Princess Zelda sad after watching a bunch of YouTube videos? She couldn't find a link in the description. We'll stop if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's super easy. Click subscribe and click the bell when you do. And thanks for supporting the EXP.
Comic Collectibles is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rockin' Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula, you want the comics, you buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectibles with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience. Comic Culture and Sales. There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
Programming on the EXP is made possible by viewers like you, or your local comic shop, or that Kickstarter you backed, or the publisher you like, or comic industry professionals who want to share a message with the world. Really, anyone who wants to advertise with us can. If you're interested in seeing a product you know and love, or are creating, or are publishing, or are involved with, advertised here on The Experience, and having your message shared with our viewers, please reach out by scanning the QR code below or visiting our website and using the contact form.
You'll make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Daddy Joel. JD, you're on a freaking roll tonight. You're hilarious. I'm loving it. That's our producer, JD, guys. He's freaking awesome. Wendy, how we doing tonight?
Okay.
We got some killer. Oh, Stevie B's here. I'm going to try and multitask here, play trivia, and prepare chicken piccata. Ooh, we had chicken Alfredo earlier. Good job, Stevie. You and I got to cook together sometime. I would love that. So, yeah, we got some sweet trivia. You and I worked together on this one. How you doing today?
Doing okay.
I know. I think I might have asked you already.
Yes.
But are you ready for some fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, me too. Just looking. Oh, okay. Sorry. There were some comments. I wanted to see what was going on. Yeah, okay, so we're going to do some trivia. For those of you who haven't played before, I don't think there's a lot, but if you haven't played before, basically first person to get the correct answer gets 3 points, second gets 2. Everybody else gets a point. Please don't Google. Don't worry, we will give you guys clues. I think in all of our trivias, we've only had one question where people couldn't get the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the question was.
And I probably wouldn't remember the answer. but we always try to make questions that have easy to find answers. So don't worry, guys. You'll get the answer. Yeah, and if somebody else puts up a correct answer, take it. No gold stars? Yeah, there's gold stars. There's always gold stars. The gold star today is a PDF for everybody who comes out and plays. We got a PDF of Dust County issue 1, Dust County Chronicles issue 1. So everybody gets one, Connie, as long as you answer one question. So you know what? Let's start with question number 1 and get all these guys their PDFs.
All right, number 1. What 2011 movie starring Hugh Jackman featured robot boxers?
Dude, speaking of Metal Ninja Studios, what 2011 Hugh Jackman movie featured robot boxers? The name rhymes, if you guys can remember. I loved this movie. I was actually looking at it. I think it got like a 65 or something on Rotten Tomatoes and a 7 out of 10 on IMDb.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but I was like, I think it's a better movie than that. Like, it's a solid pick. Oh, look, see, we already have people coming out with those correct answers. Everybody else, throw any old answer out there so you go. Yeah, but Connie, put out an answer. That way, at least you get your point, right? But that's correct, guys. Wolverine versus Robbie Robot. I like it. 3 points for Steve Vendetta, 2 points for Eddie, and then a point for everybody else. Point for Stevie. Point for Connie. Is it Yolitz or Jolitz? I'm going to get that right. I'm going to, especially if you and I are going to keep working together, which I hope we do, because she's an amazing artist, guys. Check out her work. That's right, guys. Real Steel was the movie. Wendy, we have a question number 2.
Yeah. That's what aprons are for, Stevie.
Go ahead.
You okay?
I'm good.
All right, number 2. What horror movie franchise was inspired by a serial killer known as the Gainesville Ripper?
That's right, everybody. Water table for 2. Good call, actually. Thank you, buddy. It is Yolitz. That's what I thought. Ricola. Yeah. What horror?
What horror movie franchise was inspired by a serial killer known as the Gainesville Ripper?
It's funny because I wrote the dang question,
Yeah.
but I don't know it. There we go. Oh man, you guys jumped on that quick. Okay, yeah, Eddie got Scream. Steve Vendetta got Scream. There we go, right there. There's our points. Everybody else, make sure you get your answers in. But yeah, it is Scream. Hatchet. Nicely done. Eddie gets the 3. 2 points for Steve Vendetta. A point for everybody else. Scream. Yeah, the dude, I think he killed like 8 people. And it was because of his love of horror movies and whatnot. And they said that he actually had no motive. He just really wanted to kill and loved horror movies. And so that's kind of what inspired it. I know, right? So, Do we have a question number 3 for these lovely people?
Yes, of course. All right. Which comic character is most recognized for using the sound effect "bamf"?
I love that. Chuck saw I enter the chat and he got choked up. It's okay, bud. True story. True story. So good to see you, homie. Answer a question, you get a free digital copy of Dust County Chronicles for all of our players today. Oh, dude, I'm sure he has physical copies. They see each other at shows all the time. And actually, we met them at the same show we met Joel at, which we might be talking about more later. That's right, though. What comic character is best known for the sound effect BAMF, BAMF, or originally it was BAMPF? For those of you who are sticklers, like I can be, I love the X-Men. And we do have correct answers here. Everybody else throw up an answer. Steve Vendetta got the 3 points, though. Eddie got the 2. Nightcrawler, my boy, Kurt Wagner. Nightcrawler, for my German friends out there, Wagner. Banff National Park. Good job, buddy. Definitely not Batman, but you did answer the question in Sims, so you you get your free copy there, Matt. I think it's Matt, anyways. I could always be Steph. Are we already on question 4?
Yes, we are.
Should I slow down? Because I feel like we're flying through.
No, because we actually went a little over on that.
Oh, okay, cool. Question 4.
What collection of books has said to only be outsold by Shakespeare and the Bible?
What collection of books is said to have only been outsold by Shakespeare and the Bible? And this, remember, guys, thematically it is, Matt. You said put any answer up. Yeah, no, you did it, dude. You did it. Not Harry Potter. Great answer, though, Connie, but not Harry Potter. Let's consider something considerably older. Lord of the Rings, older than that. But good job with the LOTR. Narnia, older.
The stories have been retold and retold and retold and retold.
Yeah, Brother Power the Geek. Yep, they've been told an awful lot of times. And again, it thematically works with what's going on today. No, not Sherlock Holmes, even older than that. I think it's older anyways.
1800s.
Yeah. I think they were born in like the late 1700s. Not the the Iliad and Odyssey is definitely older. So no, not that old. Let's say that it was written by a pair of brothers. That should be a really good one. I think that'll get everybody to jump on it.
14 years of who?
There we go. Now, older than Frankenstein, but we do have a correct answer. So Steve Vendetta's got those 3 points happening. Anybody else want to answer? They will get that 2 points. There we go. Stevie B comes in. Oh no,
Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie came in with the 2 points. That's right. Brothers Grimm Fairy Tales is said to have only been outsold by Shakespeare's works and by the Bible, which
makes sense.
Dude, if you're going to be outsold by anything, those two kind of, like, okay, yeah, I'm good with that.
All right, number 5.
Number 5.
Chef Nick DiGiovanni and Lynn Davis recently created the world's largest version of which pastry?
I did this just because I was hungry. That's why I picked this question. Chef Nick DiGiovanni, who is like a regular YouTube guy, and who wants to buy a Bible to stay in a hotel. Yeah, true story. And Linda Davis, they baked the world's largest pastry, of this specific type of pastry. So what was it? Not a bagel, what's a cream stick? I want to know what that is.
Ooh, cannoli.
Oh, a cannoli would be amazing. The world's largest cannoli? Pie, Twinkie. We do have a correct answer up there. It's way up there, and Eddie Von B already has a correct answer. So now we just need our 2-pointer to come in. So now you have to look through his 17 answers and find which one was the right one. I'll tell you, it wasn't custard, because that's not a pastry. Not pie. Ding dong. No, wait. I have the big. You're terrible. Not bagel, but really close, Connie.
Got it.
Oh, who got it? Oh, Steven did it. Nice. That's right, guys. It was a donut.
102 kilos.
102 kilos, more than a foot tall. This thing was huge. Wendy was like, was it jelly filled? I was like, no, it was an actual freaking donut. It looked like the Homer Simpson donut with the pink frosting and I guess they had to be like humongous sprinkles. I don't even know how the heck you would have made that. It's ridiculous. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Cow, Eddie.
Who got the donut hole? Yeah, right, dude. Good question. Who did get the donut hole? I'd be all over that.
Eddie said, imagine the glass of milk with that one. The whole cow.
Right. Just go straight from the old udder. Oh, terrible. Yeah, it did have a hole. That's correct. Sprinkles are for winners. That's right, Connie. Sprinkles are for winners. And you know what? We'll have a bunch of sprinkles right after this commercial break. Pardon? Oh, or we'll wait.
You just finished the last episode of your favorite news show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales. Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Go follow The Experience on TikTok at @the_EXP1 or scan the QR code on the screen. Our TikTok is like everywhere else we are, except you only have to deal with us for a minute. Seems like a win-win to me.
You make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
What is going on, everybody? We are back with Triple T. Dude, it's so good to see you guys. And so many, I love the donut jokes, guys. I love the donut jokes. As a chubby dude, big fan. And by the way, JD, really great fact. I did not know that about the Randy Donut sign. Of course, I knew about it from Iron Man 2, but I didn't know the Loki thing. So that's freaking awesome. And by the way, for those of you who said something about the Munchkin, in Canada, they're called Timbits, and they'll always be Timbits to me. Thank you very much. So, guys, for those of you who didn't show up for the first half, we had Joel Rodriguez here from Metal Ninja Studios. He brought our awesome gifts today. The first place winner today is going to be winning issues 1 and 2, signed and sent to them, of Dust County Chronicles Nightfall. And all of you guys, everyone who answers even one question today, gets a digital copy, a digital copy of Dust County Chronicles 1. So let's do that. It's going to be freaking awesome. Wendy, question number 6.
I'm surprised you remember which number we were on.
I know. Not bad.
No. All right. Number 6. Which comedian / actor was originally slated to voice Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story?
Which comedian / actor was originally slated to voice Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story? I will tell you, because there's so many comedian actors out there, he has hosted the Oscars an awful lot, if that helps. John Candy, I wish John Candy was passed away by
awesome.
then. It would have been, he would have been great. And he would have been hilarious. Well, Tim Allen did play the role, so no.
He played Bud,
He played Buzz.
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I was thinking he did the couple.
No, that was Tom Hanks.
All right, we do
Martin
have an
Short.
answer.
Tim Allen, dude, so many. Andrew Dice Clay would have been effing awesome. I wish I could have dropped my F word there. Thanks, Joel, for taking my F word. We do have a correct answer so far, though. Do we have 2 people who have come in?
Actually, yes, we do.
We do. So is it?
Spelling doesn't count.
What's that?
Spelling doesn't count.
Okay, good. So we got what, 3 points for Steve Vendetta?
Yeah, and 2 for Eddie.
Are you sure that's Crufistra?
Well,
Who's Billy Crufistra? You know, when we're trying to type, I'm such a jerk. When we're trying to type so fast, of course that's gonna happen.
yeah.
Hello,
And
Chuck. Wendy.
Spader,
Oh, hey, Lyle.
obviously.
Dude, good to see you, buddy.
Hi, Lyle.
Lyle, answer a question so you can get today's PDF comic. Because, you know, we love you, brother. Yeah, that's right. It was Billy Crystal who almost played Buzz Lightyear. I'm not a huge Tim Allen fan, but he did great in the role. So, yeah, I think it went well. Wendy, question 7.
All right. In September of 2001, what actor dropped everything to return to the firehouse he worked at in the early 80s to assist with post 9/11 rescue work?
We didn't really get to do much of a 9/11 question. So looking back, I saw this come up again, and I've heard of this before, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is really cool. And I think that, you know, people should know this because he didn't take any interviews. He didn't do anything. He just went out there and did the job. And I thought that was awesome. He had his own, oh, you guys are wicked. Wow, wait, holy crap. I don't even have to give you any. Matt comes out with the correct answer first. 3 points, nicely done. 2 points for Steve Buscemi, and then everybody else is coming in.
Steve Vendetta.
Oh yeah, Stephen. Yeah, I missed that one up. That's right though, guys. It was Steve Buscemi. Yeah, I know, bite me. I love you, Eddie. Yeah, man, Steve Buscemi. I think it was so cool of him to do that. So I freaking love that. Question number 8.
Hold on.
Wendy's doing something, but I don't know what.
I couldn't remember where I left off on the points.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
All right. Now you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Question number 8.
Number 8. What convention was founded in 1993 and has been the second largest convention in North America this year?
And we've been to this convention, so we get to say.
If you watched the interview, it was mentioned.
It was mentioned. That's true.
It's where we met Joel.
It is where. Well, and now you just gave it to someone who might have been at that show with us. Not New York Comic Con. New York hasn't happened yet this year. So, and Dragon Con, nope. Dragon Con was beat out by a certain Gary Con.
North America, Lyle.
Yeah, North America. Really? Matt didn't get it right away. I like that. Yeah. Huh? Yes, Matt, for real. It was the second biggest so far this year. Which is funny because it happened at the same time as C2E2. I thought those two would kind of
all right, we got our 2
demolish themselves. But we do have our 3 point and 2. 3 goes to Matt from Insim. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, dude, that's so great.
JD, I love that. Oh, he put the Miss Minutes up there from
Oh,
Randy's Donuts.
I have it covered with the
I wish it
question.
was Toronto Fan Expo there, Vendetta. I typed that with the spatula. Great. Yeah, that's right, gang. It was MegaCon. Great show. I loved being on that show. Miss Minutes Donuts. Ooh, yeah, I would. I mean, I would get it just because I love donuts.
Okay.
Question 9. I love Wendy's. Come on, Chucky. Question 9.
Which music artist will be featured in iHeartMedia's first ever third-party immersive music event in Fortnite next month?
That's right. You know me. I'm a big loser, and I do play Fortnite with my boys because it's my chance to kill kids, and that's just the best. And they have done like through 2020 and whatnot. They did like these cool immersive concerts, and so they got together with iHeartRadio. Not Taylor Swift, but definitely along those same lines. It's a dude, but they do kind of the same sort of like pop folky music kind of stuff. Not Gene Simmons, luckily, though I'm sure Kiss will get in on that at some point. We do have a correct answer though, and it eventually got spelled right.
All right, there we go.
We got it. That's right, gang. It's Ed Sheeran. He's going to be doing it in October. So if you wanted Ed Sheeran skin, maybe jump on and do that because I bet you they're going to have that happening. And then who doesn't want to kill kids as a ginger, right? It'd be the best. I know it should be you, man. It should be you. I'm with you, Matt. Wendy, do we have the final question? Question number 10.
Yes, we do.
Let's do it.
All right, number 10. How much has the first painting Bob Ross ever did on TV in 1983 just gone on sale for?
I love that, JD. As a former employee of iHeartRadio, I encourage everyone to never involve yourselves with iHeartRadio.
I say the same thing about Dollar General.
Fair statement, and I've never used them, so I'm behind you. 8.3 million,
No,
actually.
that's close.
That's close, but a little higher. 13,000, no. 2.3 million, higher.
Higher. Yeah.
Is it 130,000? No.
All right. We do have a correct answer.
Do we?
Yep.
Oh yeah, we do. Okay. We do have a correct answer. 8.4 mil. Go up by about 1.5 million there, Matt. And of course, if you guys say that I'm cheating, you all can hear me. Do we want to give the 2 points to Stevie B? He was pretty close.
Yeah, he was the next closest one.
Okay, that's right, gang. It was right around 10 million. Right around 10 million. So yeah, I mean, dude, Bob Ross, that's pretty cool. Someone owns people now are able to own his pieces and have them in the house because I believe it was just owned by the same family. Like they had all of his paintings pretty much. So that's kind of cool that people will be able to get them. Though, you know what? I believe Bob wouldn't want his stuff to go for that much. I think he would want people to actually have it and own it. Maybe that's just me. What do you think, Wendy? What?
1 point. Separate.
There's
first
1
and
point?
second.
Okay. Well, real quick, gang. Wendy's tallying up the points. She did pretty much tally up the points. We are right after this is 360 Comics. They're freaking awesome. Please go check them out. And then an hour after this, my boy, my dude, Henri Compan, he's going to have his Kicking It with Henri. It's going to be awesome. Everybody, register for your prizes. People forget to register, and then they don't get anything. And then they go, Chuck, where's my prize? And I go, I don't know. And I would swear if I could, but Joel sucks. And remember, we are playing tonight for Dust County Chronicles, Issue 1 PDF, all of you guys. And then, of course, the first place winner, which we are about to say right about now, because they won by 1 point, Wendy said. They're going to win Nightfall Issues 1 and 2 signed. Please, everybody, that's right. Support or share. Go check out the Kickstarter. You know how we do it. They give us stuff, so we give them those shares. We go and we support their stuff. That's how we do it. Wendy, who's our winner tonight?
Our winner tonight is the one that seemed to be the most excited about this series. So I think Eddie will be very happy.
Eddie will be very happy. Thank you. That's awesome. Eddie Von B. Yeah, please, dude. Well, you're getting issues 1 and 2 signed.
Yeah.
So hit up that and get the rest of them. Lyle, thank you so much. Wendy, did you put Lyle down for PDF? Yeah, Lyle. Check out, all of you guys, check out Dust County. We're going to get that out to you in the next couple of days. You guys are going to dig it. It's going to be freaking awesome. 1 point. Yeah. Who's in second place?
Steve Vendetta.
Steve Vendetta. That's what I thought. It was really close. You guys both played a hell of a game, gang. Way to go, everybody. Go out. Check it out. We love you guys so much. We're going to see you next week. I've got the gang from Bigfoot Knows Karate here next week. It's going to be so much fun. Keep watching the EXP. It's going to be terrific. Thank you from Wendy. Thank you from JD and myself, Chuck Pineau. My name is Chuck, and I give a damn you, Joel. See you guys later.
Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now.